The city of Lagos is the epicenter for business, commerce, culture, education, tourism, entertainment, transportation, and much more. A mega city in progress. Let's explore further this unique city on the City of Lagos TV show. Thanks for tuning in. From the office of Mr. Governor brings you latest activities and official engagements of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. First, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, conducted a walk-in visit to the State Secretariat, Alausa Ikeja, to have an interactive engagement with thousands of Lagos State civil servants present. The head of service, Mr. Muri-Okunla, used the opportunity to urge the governor to expedite action on some of the key expectations of the civil servants.
Named Project Talent. We will be bringing the outcomes of this Project Talent, which we plan to kick off in the first quarter of next year, to you, sir. You've been supportive in this regard, and I know that once we bring those proposals to you, because it is aimed at adding value to this very good workforce, that you will grant us the approval. Mr. Governor, sir, you recall 3 years ago, you directed the Ministry of Housing that in their ongoing projects, that they should set aside a percentage for the Staff Housing Board. Mr. Governor, in spite of your approval, we just count on you to nudge the Housing Ministry to implement this approval so that our staff living in various areas of Lagos will continue to benefit from it. However, Mr. Governor, all of these members of staff have been benefiting from the 40% rebate that you granted to them in these housing estates, from the 20% stock that you set aside in all of these housing estates for them. So definitely you have done more than 80% of what you promised to them from the get-go. The remaining 20% is just for the Staff Housing Board, for them to be able to benefit from the staff housing scheme, Mr. Governor. In terms of the area of bailout funds, Mr. Governor, you have been up to date in bailing some of our parastatals out. There are some little approvals awaiting. You've been approved them, but the funds have not yet been made available. Mr. Governor, we thank you in advance for making this available. So before we proceed now to a walking tour of some of the projects and the approvals that you have given, leading to the creation of the data center, which all of us are benefiting from. Great public servants!
In his response, the governor, who went down memory lane, assured the civil servants of better days ahead, especially with the announcement of an increment in the monthly remuneration of the civil servants in the state.
The greatest public service in the whole nation. You know where I started from. You know my pedigree. You know that I have been part and parcel of you. You know that in the days of establishment, we were always the first. You will remember at that time that the Lagos State Public Service remained the very first in the country to start paying the minimum wage of 18,000 way back in 2010. Is that not so? You remember that it was during my time too that we set up the Pension Commission, which was the very, very first pension commission in the whole country. Is that not so? So you remember that even at that time, we started the first enhanced training, which Mrs. I think she's late now, when Mrs. Shadikpe used to be Bola, thank you, Bola Shadikpe. You know, Bangboye was also there somewhere then, when we started, you know, the global training for all public service. These were all 10, 12 years ago. So I am one of you, I am part of you I understand what the issues are. And it's really, really for me in the last 3.5 years, it's really an homecoming for me. So thank you very, very, very much. Let me put it on record that the support and the encouragement that I've received from all of you has been unprecedented. Only when all of you, the entire public service is energized in all spheres, that indeed, the entire Lagosians can feel the benefit of governance. And for us, as a government, nothing is too large, nothing is too much for us to do, because indeed, you are the one that bake the cake, you are the one that provide these resources, you are the one that make, the work that we're doing, you are the one that make it a lot easier. So I want to, on behalf of my cabinet members, thank you again. First I've thank you on behalf of all Lagosians. On behalf of the cabinet members, I want to also thank all of you.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was in attendance of the 2022 WAPA Connect Conference, proudly organized by the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, with the theme, The Emerging Total Woman. In his speech, the governor spoke on the vital essence and relevance of the theme for this year's conference.
The adopted theme for this year's conference, The Emerging Women, speaks to the challenging dynamics driven by the new thinking of the 21st century, as well as the new challenges women have to overcome to play the role expected of them conscientiously. The emerging women is a world that is craving, in which we expect you to be self-aware and to determine to overcome stereotypes and unleash your great potentials to contribute your fair quota to moving the society and humanity forward. The emerging women, according to Louise May Alcott, will be a strong-minded, a strong-hearted, a strong-souled, a strong-bodied, strength, of course beautiful, must put together, and a woman of strong conviction. These characteristics are fully demonstrated, as we see very recently at the World Athletics Ground, where two great Nigerians, Tobi Amusan and Ese Brome, who by sheer self-determination to achieve their goals against all odds, conquer the world by not only becoming world champions, but also by breaking existing records to set new ones. In fact, just last week or so, Toby again broke our own record again, just to confirm, the sheer resilience and the power if you put things to play. This remarkable success has once again demonstrated that there is no limit to the heights that a woman can attain with commitment, with determination, and the will to succeed.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was physically present at the APC Lagos Women's Support Rally to drum up support for his second-term bid as governor, his deputy, and equally for the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his deputy, Senator Shetima. The governor was highly appreciative of the rally, well put together by the Lagos women from diverse walks of life.
Thank you very, very, very much for coming out in large number. And I want you to take the message home that APC in Lagos State, in Nigeria, is the party of choice. And you are seeing it. We're not just talking. You can see it, you can act it. This is just a little sample that I just want to show them. And we have shown that it is our women, right, that are the forefront of this struggle. And it has been well with all of you. I want to thank you all very much for coming. And I want to assure you that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very appreciative of what you have done today. The vice presidential candidate, Senator Shetima, is very appreciative of what you've done. My deputy and myself are very, very appreciative. This is something you've done on your own, and we're very thankful. And it goes to show that you are the real voters. You are the real reason to our government. And God will bless you. God will bless your home. God will bless your children. Thank you very, very, very much.
As part of activities to round up the Southern Governor's Wives yearly gathering in the city of Lagos, the forum, led by their president, Mrs. Kafayat Oyetola, wife to the governor of Osun State, paid a courtesy call to Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to appreciate him for his outstanding leadership role, efforts, initiatives, and programs to improve the development of Lagos State and his timely intervention and support to the social safety of women and girls in the state. For the governor, he commended their tremendous supportive role in complementing other southern governors in the course of delivering quality governance to the people.
We are indeed happy to be receiving you at Alausa, the official capital of the state, and we're indeed excited that you can take Lagos as a state for you to come and have your regular meeting. I want to say very, very clearly that we have been a distant watcher of the activities that this very unique body has been up to in the last couple of years, and we want to commend your effort. I want to personally thank you for holding the home front for all of my brothers. I want to thank you for making them do the job for which their citizens have elected them to do. I want to thank you for being a great supporter of all my brothers in our respective states. And I want to thank you for the uniqueness that you've brought to this forum, the diversity and the sense of urgency that all of you collectively see in the reasons of helping out and ensuring that we all can build a better nation for our country and a better state for our individual state of residence. I want to say that for us in Lagos, we continue to ask ourselves, how can we make quality of life better for our citizens? How can we make this place worth the while we're in a position of leadership? How can we ensure that the greatest good is always for the greatest number? And for me, there is no better means of reflecting it other than how we have ensured that our female professionals are given the right place and are equally given the right seat in our entire governance structure.
The 22nd Independence Anniversary celebration in the city of Lagos was a grand, memorable event which saw the state governor performing the traditional motor parade to the admiration of Lagosians. The governor, in his speech, was optimistic of a greater and better future for the country despite obvious challenges.
On this day in 1960, the shackles of colonialism was broken and cast aside, and Nigeria joined the League of Independent Countries, the largest sovereign black nation on Mother Earth. Although we may not have fully attained the heights dreamed by our founding fathers, we will have every reason to celebrate this historic day. Every 1st of October is a time to reflect on the journey of our nationhood, to rededicate ourselves to the task of nation building, and to continue to work hard at building a formidable nation in Africa and the world at large. This year also marks the 23rd years of the birth of the Fourth Republic, to our successful democratic journey in the history of our nation. We truly have a lot to be grateful for. Amongst many odds and challenges, we have continued to exist as a strong country, recording progress on many fronts, even as we are not always where we should or we want to be as a nation. There are clear signs of a slow and steady progress. We're blessed with an energetic population, resourceful and laden with entrepreneurial energy, a free and vibrant press, a youth population that is increasingly politically aware, a democracy that is not complacent, and a thriving appetite among our old people for good governance.
And as part of the 62nd Independence Day celebration of Nigeria, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his wife was present at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, Thanksgiving service to thank God for the church and Nigeria.
then I need to also thank Almighty that after our Father in the Lord had given His word, I have the opportunity to be standing in this anointed sacred altar, and I'm being immersed with all of the anointing, with all of the oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. It is not a coincidence what God wants to happen this morning. And so I want to thank church. I want to thank the people of God. I want to thank you again for inviting me and my darling wife here this morning again. It's an honor and a privilege to be standing in front of all of you. We started this last year, and we're thankful to God that this year we can join you again to give thanks, to give honor, to give worship. And so, on behalf of you, the people, and the government of Lagos State, I want to thank Almighty for keeping us, for celebrating another 52 years of independence for our great country, Nigeria.
The Lagos State Governor has charged religious leaders to uphold their mandate of ensuring peace among the citizenry in the country. Mr. Governor gave this charge at the recent Nigeria Interreligious Council meeting in Lagos.
This country is not only important to all of us in this room, but it's important to the general citizens. And you, that God has given the opportunity at this point in time to be at the hands of affairs in our various religious bodies, in our various traditional bodies, that is a clarion call to ensure that nothing goes wrong, to truncate or to put to jeopardy the peace and the tranquility of this nation. And for me, listening and watching the last 2 hours, you can see and give credit to the people that set up NIREC. The video has shown to us that indeed it wasn't a government's own pushed agenda. It was an agenda pushed by all of you here, our religious leaders. It was an agenda that we believe at that time that this time has come. And you can see that for the last 20 years, you have indeed continued to live with the objective of ensuring that that agenda that brought you together indeed is alive, is real, and you are keeping faith with it.
And finally, from the governor's office, as part of his project monitoring routine across the state, the Lagos State Governor recently conducted an inspection tour of the J.K. Randall Center under construction at Marina, Lagos, to ascertain the level of progress made so far. The governor, who was taken on a tour guide of the project, was accompanied by the Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Crafts, Commissioner for Information, and other top government executives. And that's a wrap from the Governor's Office segment on the City of Lagos TV show. The show will continue right after this timeout. Stay tuned.
Hello, Lagosians. My name is Pharmacist Uzama Takimbile Yusuf, Honorable Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture. I want to appreciate my governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, for his interest in tourism in Lagos State. Our master plan is based on community. We want to give the best of tourism to all the community in Lagos and want to sell our sites, our heritage, the beauty, our culture. I want to implore Lagosians that the tourists will be coming around to see the beauty of Lagos, our heritage sites, our cultures. Give them the warm hospitality that we all known with. Lagos is a city that accommodates everybody. Let's continue to promote tourism in Lagos State. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show, and of course, today we're going to be taking a look at a very critical sector, which also interestingly forms part of the themes agenda of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. As a cosmopolitan city, a city with aquatic splendor, a city known for entertainment all over in Africa, we've got a strategic agency that is saddled with ensuring that there is some level of sanity, regulation, and control in the film and video business, entertainment business in Lagos. And we're talking about the Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board under the able leadership of the Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer, Mrs. Bukola Agbami-Noja. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you for having me here.
First, let's meet you. Can you give us some kind of professional but brief profile of yourself?
My name is Bukola Agbami-Noja. I'm a lawyer. I'm a master's degree holder in law and also a certified production practitioner.
Let's share the agency's mandate, your vision and mission statement, and to what extent have you as an agency operated significantly in line with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor?
The Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board is a creation of law. It came into existence in the year 2004. And the reason for this creation is because we needed to promote our culture. We needed to ensure that what is actually the values that are being projected in the industry are things that are wholesome for the viewers. The interest of the law is to protect the children, which are the most vulnerable of the viewers in public domain. The vision of the agency is to be a visible and foremost regulatory authority with a body of dedicated officers that promotes healthy entertainment. And our mission statement is to regulate cinematograph work by setting standards and deliver decent value and enhance public trust and confidence in the agency and in government as a whole. The agency falls under the fifth pillar of the themes agenda, which is the entertainment and tourism. And Mr. Governor has always got the interest of the populace at heart, and he wants Lagos State to be the hub of everything film. And so we have so many other facilities that are coming up. We have those that are already in place, like the capacity building that is doing for the filmmakers, and the youth have been benefited in no way from every form of training that come in. And so far, with the aid of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, we've been able to impact the industry in a positive manner. We've been able to ensure that what are either to be an hindrance to their productivity is a subject of the past. Now we find filmmakers being able to access funds that enables them to do the content that is needful for the society. And we've found that we have improvement in the kind of content that is in the circulation.
What are the very significant responsibilities or functions of the board, and how well has the board carried out these functions to administer, regulate, and boost the film and video entertainment sector in Lagos?
Significant responsibility is to protect the value of the people and to promote the culture of these people, to ensure that whatever content is going into the public space are things that are wholesome for the public to view. We're talking about classification, and when we're censoring for the young minds. And when we censor for the young minds, we now put the age-appropriate classification for this censored product, so that parent is guided by the kind of movie a 10-year-old can watch, a 12 to 13, and all the way up to an 18. And two, when we talk about protecting our culture, you agree with me that it's time everybody come on board to fight this enemy that is pulling the fabric of our culture down. Because of the things that the young minds are exposed to, we find a lot of the decadence in the society today. And it's time parents understand that it's not just about leaving children to watch whatever they feel like watching. Everybody must censor.
Since you came on board, from our findings, we found out that the agency has actually achieved some landmark strides. So can you share with us what are the significant achievements and the awards of the agency?
One of the significant achievements that this agency has been able to have within the period that I've come on board is that I ensure that we have a constant engagement with our stakeholders, because when we look at the issues that abound concerning the issue of censorship, concerning the issue of content, concerning the paucity of awesome films in the film space, we knew that we needed to meet with the stakeholders to understand what exactly is the problem, whatever exactly is the challenge, and how can we as government meet with such challenges and assist in bringing succor to the industry. And we were able to also let them know the mind of the government and the kind of projection we want in the space. We kind of, because you complain about how you're being treated at the airport when you're outside the country. Well, some of these things are issues of how we portray ourselves, the image we give internationally, and whatsoever you're projecting is the first impression they're going to have about us as a people. We want to be like the Americans when they started the film industry. And you know, they will agree with me as well that they've been projecting to our minds what they want the US to become. We believed in it along with them that this is how US will. We believe that US will be great. We accepted the projection. And so it's time we begin to project our positive, what we expect. It's not here yet, but this is our expectation. Let's begin to sell the dreams of our expectation. Let's begin to give the youth the hope that they deserve. We cannot begin to bring anarchy into the polity by constantly creating fears in the mind of the people and of the youth and of the young minds in the society. What we project will always come back to us, either positive or negative. So it's important what we project there. So when we had that first engagement with the stakeholders who are basically producers at that time, we spoke with them and we assured them of government support, because they talked about funds. For every meeting that we have, they usually say, okay, some of these things are advocacy movies. We don't have money to project that. We understand we didn't mean to project that, but there's some negativity sells. Let them know that you can't keep on shooting negative movies and films and putting it out there because you know it sells. So that was the first time the issue of film funds and all that, we thought, okay. On the issue of film fund, I would like to let you know that 43 practitioners have benefited from this zero interest loan. Beneficiaries of this zero interest fund were basically producers. And as time goes on, we're hoping that we would be able to expand it to meet the electronic media producers who are also showcasing our culture, the content for children and all that, who are promoting children content on electronic media. So we look forward to also ensuring that those ones are covered as well with the loan. Part of our achievement also includes the training, capacity building that has been put in place by Mr. Governor for all creatives. We partnered with different academies, the Ebony Life Academy, Del York Film Academy, the African Film Academy, and lastly is the Temple. They too had come on board. They're training students in capacity building, different genre of a film profession. And it's been good news all the way. We've had graduates in their hundreds. The last training that was held in Badagry was awesome as well. That was done by the African Film Academy, and we have students from Badagry very overwhelmed with that we actually sought them out to be partakers of this training. And the governor has ensured that every local government is going to be touched by this training. So they are taking, African Film Academy is taking this film to the local government. We are now in Ekpe. And so students from Akpe are being brought on board. They will be trained in the act of film production, in script writing, editing, and so on and so forth. Temple will begin its training, and it's going to take students on animation, editing, script writing. It will be interesting to also let Lagosians know that the agency is working with the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture in building and delivering a film city in Lagos State. That is one of the things that the stakeholders have been clamoring for. It's going to be situated in Ekpe Ejiri, and it's on 100 hectares of land where you have your studios, theaters, hotels, post office, shops, everything a film city should have. and that is coming to Lagos. Simply, it's going to be a one-stop shop film city for all your activities. And it will be interesting to note that since I came into office, to the glory of God, this agency has achieved so many awards. I'll read a few. This is a special recognition award presented to the Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board by the Abuja Film Festival for our exemplary contribution to development of film festival and Nigerian movie industry as a whole. The most recent is the Fight Against Corruption Organization Award, which was given to me for Excellent Leadership Award. This is the Inspiring Women Award in the Public Sector, presented to me by the GITA Foundation in recognition of our contribution into the women in the society. So also is the Award of Excellence that was presented to me by the Association of Movie Content Owners and Producers, Distributors of Nigeria, AMCOD. This is another award from the industry, appreciating what the governor has enabled us to do.
So, Madam, can you tell us what are the major and critical services offered by the board?
Thank you. It is essential for the agency that the monitoring and compliance unit will ensure that the cinemas only allow viewers that belongs to the particular category that the film being viewed has been specified for. We have zero tolerance to children watching or being in the cinema and watching films that are not age appropriate. The monitoring and compliance unit is very vital to this agency. We also ensure that the shooting permits that are issued are followed according to the procedures that was stipulated for it. Because our shooting permit is basically to ensure that films being shot in public places do not interfere with the business or road users are not disturbed in their route. And you, as a filmmaker, has the best of a filming experience at that point in time.
Madam, can you tell us, with regards to revenue generation, how has the agency been able to generate the required revenue?
The agency understands that for revenue generation to be top-notch, the citizens and the practitioners that are going to assist with revenue generation must also be in the business, actively be in the business. So everything that Mr. Governor has been working tirelessly towards, the stakeholders are able to produce content and make money from such content. Recently, we partnered with Z Africa and Indian Ocean Islands to project short stories that has been produced in Nigeria by Nigerian filmmakers that will be projected in the 52 countries all over the world. And this is one of our own way of assisting the industry to earn foreign exchange for their arts. And by so doing, we generate revenue as a state. And every other activity going on is to empower the industry so that by empowering them, we're empowering the state as well.
So, Madam, can you tell us what are those significant initiatives the governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has done to actually also support the agency to achieve its mandate?
Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu has greatly assisted the industry by the introduction of the film fund into the industry. He has also granted 100 hectares of land for the film city, which is laudable, and the capacity building that is presently ongoing in all local governments of the state, empowering the youth, is also something that will not be forgotten in a long time. Initiative of granting film fund, I would like to add, is one of its kind in the whole of Nigeria, in the film industry in Nigeria. No other states have done this, and they are yet to replicate it.
It's been a wonderful time speaking with the Executive Secretary, CEO of the Lagos Film and Video Censors Board, Mrs. Bukola Agbaminoja. On a final note, what's your charge to operators, word of assurance and encouragement to various stakeholders, and of course to Lagosians and your future plans?
To the operators, I would like to first applaud them for what they are doing. You agree with me, like I've always said, that the industry has made us see the creativity in this sector. I would like to applaud our stakeholders who have tirelessly produced content that are marketable, that are being watched all over the world. I will encourage them to continue to produce this content and also to ensure that the content that are being produced are content that project us in the right light. We will all benefit from this projection if we follow this yardstick in our production. Also, I would like to appeal to parents. The job of the censorship office cannot be achieved if we don't have the support of our parents, guidance, and adults in the society coming to terms and saying that enough is enough. These things that are not wholesome, these things that bear negative light on our children should not be watched by them. You have to be the whistleblower. You have to let us be aware when there is a content in the public space that is not meant, that should not be watched by students, by children, and are being released by some people that need to make money quick and feel that the best way to do is to pollute the minds of the young ones. I would like to assure Lagosians that as we begin the building of the film city, we are creating a destination. We are creating a one-stop shop for all film activities, and we are returning the lost glory back to Nigeria. And our future plan is to take the film and video industry to a greater height. Thank you.
It's been a wonderful time. Mrs. Bukola Agbaminoya on the program. Thank you very much. I want to wish you all the best and success in your endeavor. And so that's it on the City of Lagos TV show for now. Speaking with the Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer of the Lagos Film and Video Censors Board, a regulatory agency trying to ensure that we have a better and a greater Lagos. The City of Lagos TV show will continue right after this time out. Stay tuned.
Hello, Lagosians. My name is Bayowa Forsyth, General Manager, CEO, Lagos State Mortgage Board, also known as Lagos Homes. On behalf of our amiable governor, Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, I would like to thank all timid Lagosians who have believed in what we're doing in the housing sector. I want to let you know today that we're taking the housing sector to another level. For those who have benefited in the rent-to-own program of government or the mortgage scheme of government, I'd like to say a big congratulations, and I'd like to say to you, please keep the repayments rolling in. To those who have not benefited, that there is still a shining light at the end of the tunnel. We are building, as you see, our amiable governor commissioning in the 5 divisions of Lagos. In Ikorodu, Sango-Tedo, we are doing Sango-Tedo phase 2, we're doing Ibeshe phase 2, we're doing Agbowa very soon, and we're still going. I want you to trust and believe in this administration to deliver on the housing sector. The demand is so high, the supply we're working on, and we believe that very soon we shall bring that to a bare minimum, the housing deficit. I'd like to thank you, Lagosians. Continue to trust in our administration. The better days are yet to come. If you need anything regarding the Lagos Homes ownership mortgage scheme, the rent-to-own policy, you can visit us at the Necker House, the 2nd and 3rd floor, Akim Balogun Street, Alausa CBD. We have our website, www.lagoshomes.gov.ng. I thank you very much for listening. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
Lagos, we don't notice them like before. Before there's local government roads, now they don't even do anything again. All they know just trying to make themselves and pay salary. They are not doing anything. They're supposed to give a local government autonomy in which they receive their allocation directly. So when they cannot deliver, we now go there and question them.
As it stands, they need to have, they deserve the autonomy. It's in the constitution. However, there's still a clause in the constitution that makes them a sub-leadership model of governance in the state government. The federal government has tried. In fact, the President Muhammad Buhari has made a lot of efforts to ensure that the local government gets full autonomy. But you see, they are under the shackles of the governors, who are also controlling the House of Assemblies. Where we got it wrong is expunging that clause in that constitution that brought about I should say, the Fourth Republic that was aborted as a result of June 12th. It's a problem that is behind the lack of performance by local governments. The Lagos model is a model that presidential candidate for the APC, let me just put it that way, has critically looked at the structure and believing it that yes, there could be a level of deliverance if I move democracy closer to the people by converting the area development offices to semi-local government, and instead of just keeping the funds that is meant for the local governments, the actual federal government, local government that are created that have the original funds, I would share part of these funds to the area development offices and they can carry out projects. So if we separate governance from selfishness and you make your presentation directly to the government or to your immediate local government that supervises your area development authority or area development center. Main purpose there is that joint account that reduces development for the local government. To some extent, they are performing.
Truth is that if local government is given autonomy, the question will be, would they be fully funded? Because what we found in the past is that is the state government that is still doing the project of local government, which shouldn't be. If local government is given autonomy, we will have our rural areas developed and it will develop faster. Some of the streets, the drainages are filled without, but when local government is empowered, all these issues will be settled.
Local governments are not performing based on governments have not given them the full authority to perform. If governments can give them autonomy, maybe if their allocation comes, government can release it for them, they can do whatever they are supposed to do. But when by the allocation come and government will take it and give them maybe 25% or 30%, what would they use it for?
Hello, Lagosians. Welcome to another entertaining and thrilling moment on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. Let's keep you posted first with latest entertainment gist. I'm your favorite host, Joy Olaide. First on Entertainment Gist. American music icon and rap legend Diddy is set to collaborate with Nigeria's Afrobeat sensation and super talent Niniola for a new single. The excited Niniola posted a clip of Diddy having a video call with her to this effect. We look forward to the single. Grammy-winning Afrobeat megastar Burna Boy, Afrobeat icon and multi-award-winning artist Tubaba, and singing sensation Tenny are set to receive national awards from President Buhari in recognition of their accomplishments in music and their service to the country in various capacities. Nigerian celebrated singer and songwriter Asha has demanded that Afrobeat artist Joeboy and producer Tempo pay her 300 million naira over copyright infringement in Joeboy's song Control. Now wow! Still on Entertainment Gist, let's now bring you Big Brother Naija winners since inception. Season 1, Katung Aduak. Season 2, Michael Efe Ejeba. Season 3, Miracle Ibokwe. Season 4, Mercy Eke. Season 5, Olamilekan Lekon. Season 6, White Money. And now the latest winner, Fina. Finally on Entertainment Gist, let's now reveal to you 5 Nollywood actresses that have given birth to twins. Opeyemi Ayola, Queen Nwokoye, Bukola Awoyemi, Taiwo Aromokun, and Funke Akindele. And that's our package today on Entertainment Gist. Let's now bring you our Gospel Artist of the Week, Timo Classic. This guy has got gospel vibes. Enjoy.
Oh, show Jesus, I've taken it back. Oh, Seledua, I've taken it back, because though the devil tried to take away my joy, oh yes, he tried to steal away my peace, and Jesus came through for me. The Son of God came through for me. Hello, Lagosians. My name is Tosin Mohammed Oladipo, aka Timo Classic, your gospel artist of the week on Entertainment Lagos, on the City of Kinimobi, Lagos, Ekoile TV show. So it's hallelujah time with me. I will be right back. Okay, my people, so it's time to know more about me, and my names are Tosin Mohammed Oladipo. I'm from Kaduna, but then I was born and brought up in Lagos. In fact, I be Ebute Meta, but Omo Yoruba ni mi, I've been in the music industry for the past 8 years, and God has been so faithful. It's actually tough, but then, we keep moving every day, and God has been very good. My music mentors are Todd Dulani, J. Moss, Tim Godfrey Dede, Nathaniel Bassi Dede. And talking about my music career, when it's been long, because I started quite very early. I think when I was in secondary school, I joined the choir. From there, I started going to concerts, taking the lead role. Then I started working as a missionary, even in the music studio. So I took a step on recording my own songs. I have about 8 songs already. I can talk of Hallelujah, I can talk of All the Glory, I can talk of Baba God, Mercy, and more. Lagosians, let me treat you to one of my hit songs titled Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Listen to it and be blessed.
Eba mi hallelujah, owo meji loke loke si baba. Eba mi hallelujah, owo meji loke loke si baba. Ekigbe, Oshe. Ekigbe, Oshe. You lifted me above my enemies, oh. You come favor me, Baba Oshe. Like play. Jesus, you do me well, oh. You bless my feet upon the rock, oh. I know they shake, oh. You they do me wonder, awesome wonder. You they got me well, oh. Lion of Judah, I cannot but to praise and until I turn it to you, Baba. Oh, yeah, you do me well, oh. Eba mi hallelujah, oh. Owo meji loke si Baba. Eba mi hallelujah, oh. Owo meji loke si Baba. Ekigbe, Oshe. Ekigbe, Oshe. Òpómúléró, ọba ìyanu ni. Ó tọ́jú mi lójoojúmọ́ lórí ayé òṣè. Even in the time of trouble, you were my strength. I cannot but to thank you forevermore. Oh yeah, never mind. You do me well. I cannot but praise your name to eternity. Oshe, alágbára gíga Oshe, ọba ìyanu, kò má sábà bí rẹ̀ o bàbá. Eba mi hallelujah, ọwọ́ méjì lókè sí bàbá. Eba mi hallelujah, ọwọ́ méjì lókè sí bàbá. Ekigbe, Oshe. Ekigbe, Oshe. Carry me they go, Baba, carry me they go. Move to the right, move to the left, dance away your sorrow. Move to the back, move to the front, tell him of his goodness. He they do me wonder, awesome wonder. He they do me well, Lion of Judah. I cannot but to praise and till I turn it to Alabama. Ọba ìyanu, I cannot but to praise you forevermore. Eba mi hallelujah, ọwọ́ méjì lókè sí bàbá. Eba mi hallelujah, ọwọ́ méjì lókè sí bàbá. Ekigbe, Oshe. Ekigbe, Oshe. Sight and sound, So say classic singing. Babalo, babalo, babalo.
The platforms you can actually get my songs, AudioMark, Boomplay, Spotify, and so many. In fact, all the platforms, you fit get my song there. If you want to reach me or you want to talk to me or connect with me, you can check me on Twitter, is at TYMO Classic, or Instagram, TMO Classic as well. And even on Facebook, you can get me on Tosin Timo Classic. Why do I prefer gospel music? Gospel music is fire. It's the best because when I sing gospel music, I feel more connection, the sincerity and the truthfulness. You know, gospel music is meant to pull down walls of Jericho and do healings to people. Lagosians, it's been fun with you guys. Before I go, this is my passing shot for you. Depend on Jesus because He is the way, the truth, and the life. Never give up on God. God bless you. Surely you are richly blessed. And as I leave, this is my parting song for you all, titled, All the Glory Belongs to You, oh God. Enjoy it and stay blessed.
All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Kábíyèsí o, àwímáyé o. Alágbára ńlá, my unshakable God. You are deserving of all the glory. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Kábíyèsí o, àwímáyé o. Alágbára ńlá, my unshakable God. You are deserving of all the glory, all the glory belongs to you, oh, belongs to you, God. Kábíyèsí o, alágbára o, my unshakable, you are deserving, hey, all the glory. kábíyèsí o, àwí máa yẹ̀wò. Alágbára ńlá o, my unshakable, unchangeable God, you were deserving of all the glory.
Catch the trees and frills on Entertainment Lagos next week. You miss out, you miss the action. Catch ya.
The continuous phenomenal transformation of the city of Lagos creates a better future for all Lagosians. So, let's keep loving and protecting this great city, Lagos. Until we come your way again next week on the show on TV Nigeria. Thanks for watching.